Bob's Breakfast.
I'm Graham Mack. Let's go to the phone. Who's this?
My name is Martin.
Hello, Martin. What can I do for you?
Hiya.
Hi.
My name's Martin, and I'm calling from I Love Savings.
I love savings.
The survey
Okay.
focuses on
Wait,
bills like
Martin,
your energy, mobile phones,
slow
and
down.
internet. Yes.
And what can I do for you this morning? You're from I Love
carrying out
Savings.
a quick survey today.
You're doing a
Wanted
what?
to ask you a couple of questions.
Quick
to
survey?
See if we can save you some money. Is that okay?
Save me some money on what?
The survey focuses on bills like your energy.
Yeah, Martin,
mobile phones,
slow down.
and
Martin, are
internet.
you a human being or a recording?
Yes.
Yeah, one or the other. Which are you? Are you a human being or a recording?
Yes.
Yeah, which one? You're a recording, aren't you?
No.
You're not a recording. You are a live person. I'm talking to a live person here.
Yes.
Okay. What's your last name, Martin? Martin?
I'm sorry. I don't know the answer to that, I'm afraid.
Honestly, this is like talking to Siri.
Sorry?
Martin, am I talking to a human
Yes.
being or a recording?
Uh-huh.
Martin, are
This
you...
is all pre-recorded messages operated by a live person.
You cannot be pre-recorded and live. It's impossible.
Yes.
Yes, it
Yes.
is impossible. You agree that it is impossible?
No.
You don't agree that it's not impossible. Martin, you're making no sense. Martin, are you a complete idiot?
No.
How do you know that for sure? You sound like one.
No.
You do sound like one. I'm telling you, you sound like one.
This is all pre-recorded messages operated by a live person.
Martin,
We
that's
use pre-recorded
impossible. You
messages
can't
to
be
ensure
a
we
pre-recorded
have 100%
message.
compliance on all our calls.
Martin, you can't be pre-recorded and a live message. You're one or the other. Which one are you?
Yes.
This software is crap.
Yes.
I'm glad we agree on something.
This is Bob.
Chris Hubbard has your news.
Well, there's a couple who went out to the Himalayas. They were spending their honeymoon there, and a leopard crept into their hotel room in the early hours. It got into this hotel, and they said they were woken up by it coming in.
And they saw it.
Yes, yeah, they were in bed.
Yes.
Just incredible to think that it didn't go straight for them. I mean, maybe it didn't see them. I don't know.
Maybe it just worked for housekeeping because they just walk in anyway.
What?
Housekeeping! And then the door's open before you're even going to go, hang on a minute!
Here we are. Bob's Breakfast.
Oh, I've got to hear this again. This is this BBC weather presenter. She gets a fit of giggles.
Now, let's get a weather update. Here is Louise Lear.
Thank you, Simon. Good evening, everybody. I'll try and keep it together because it's not a laughing matter with the weather in Scotland. Today's been... Sorry.
She's in big trouble. When have you done this? You've laughed at the wrong time. An inappropriate laughing story. What's yours, Cherie?
I was at a wedding many years ago.
Yeah.
Big church wedding, lovely, and the vicar started talking about marriage being like an egg. We sort of like all looked at each other and thought, that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
And then from underneath his cassock or whatever you call it, he actually pulled out an egg and he started talking about it. And of course, these were the days where you all tended to wear a big frothy hat and everything, and all these hats were just shaking because it was just like, we know you're being serious, but it's a very odd example to start talking about an egg.
Yes,
But that, I remember that being very specific at a wedding.
And all the hats were twitching.
All the hats were twitching, yes. They were twitching rather nervously because it was a little bit rude, but,
Yes.
but at least the
Yes.
bride and groom started chuckling as well. So, and he was a lovely vicar, as they always are, so it wasn't too bad. But I remember that being one of those where you look around and you try to stop yourself, and because everybody else is still doing it, it's infectious, and you just keep going.
Bob's Breakfast.
If it's got boobs or wheels, it's going to give you problems. Or so the old saying goes. But I'd like to add one more item. Looking through my bank statements, I've noticed that, yes, my car has had a lot of work done lately, and Julie's birthday is coming up. But judging by the amount of times our cats have been to the vets, and what vets charge, maybe that saying about things that are going to give you problems should be rewritten. Wheels, women, and whiskers.
It's Bob.
Tales of inappropriate laughter. Jackie.
On Sunday, I went camping with my husband, first time ever, never been camping before. He had this motorhome transferred into this, well, it was a transit van transferred so that we can take the motocross bikes and all the rest of it in the back of it. And so we decided to go and sleep for a night in it. So we went to Sway, which is New Forest, and I was really tired. So I sat in the chair and fell asleep. And then we woke up, went for a little bike ride, came back. I'm cutting the story really short, believe it or not. And the van wasn't very straight. The cup of tea was a bit slanted, and everything was a bit slanted. It felt a bit like on the tilt, like we were lifting, really. So anyway, when I got some, I think they're called skids, things that goes under the wheels that puts the van sort of in a straight line.
Yeah.
So it feels all level.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, we decided to have a cuddle in the afternoon, mid-afternoon, like you do when you're old and decrepit and camping for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing led to another.
Uh-huh.
And at the crucial point, the van fell off the skids.
No.
We dropped about 2 foot.
Were you okay?
Oh, I said, oh my God, what was that? And he said, just ignore it. Of course he hadn't.
Oh, no, all right. I get the picture.
And
Jackie.
And I started laughing, right? And he said, please stop laughing, you're really putting me off.
Stop it. Jackie, thanks for oversharing this morning. Thank you. Nancy's on the phone, and Nancy, you were in Russell Square yesterday where that stabbing occurred as this lady has died. There's loads of people injured. You weren't there at the actual time of the thing, though, were you?
Well, not when it happened, no. We came home early. It was just something happened at home, so we had to pop home early, and thankfully, yeah.
Oh, goodness me, right.
So yeah, it won't be going again.
You won't be going to London again?
No, not for a while.
Why is that?
Just a bit. All the sort of stormtrooper policemen that are around, and it's all a bit.
Yeah, but this was just one loony.
I know.
And the number of ISIS attacks on Britain still stands at exactly 0.
You're right. And it was lovely in London.
Well, there you go, see? Don't let us spoil it. Don't let them win. Don't let them win.
Don't let them win. No,
all right, Nancy, thanks a lot.
Bye.
This is Bob.
Turn your knob to Bob. I'm talking to you, Orlando Bloom. Reading the Daily Mail is great because it reminds you that nothing is your fault. If you're fat, it's because supermarkets are promoting obesity by allowing special offers on fizzy drinks. If your kids are fat, it's not because you feed them too much. It's because there are too many fast food places near schools. If someone calls you fat, it's not because you are fat, it's because they are a bully and they're guilty of fat shaming. And if they do it online, they're an internet troll. And besides, you're not fat. You have body image issues. If you're broke, it's because top executives get paid too much. If you can't get a job, even though Britain has the lowest unemployment figures in 11 years, it's because of immigrants. And every other problem in your life is because we haven't left the EU yet. Nothing is your fault. And the really great news is that because nothing is your fault, the taxpayer will bail you out. If your belly's too big or your self-esteem is too low because your boobs are too small, we'll pay for your gastric band surgery or your boob job on the NHS. And if you can't stop smoking, we'll pay for your nicotine patches and your electronic cigarettes as well. It's brilliant. Not having to take responsibility for anything should make you feel good. What I can't understand is why Daily Mail readers always seem so miserable. The 20th anniversary of Oasis playing at Knebworth House. You've got a story, Phil.
When they 20 years ago,
Yeah.
I was playing at a golf club called Stocks.
Yeah.
near Tring.
Yeah.
They came to a golf club, they dug out the swimming pool, took all the water out of it, put a Rolls Royce in there, and they did the cover of their LP.
You are joking!
No.
You are... So that... Which album was that one? That was
First, I think it's the first one.
And that's got a Rolls Royce going into a swimming pool?
Yeah, it was our swimming pool at Stocks Golf Club near Tring, Hertfordshire.
Wow. Were the whole team down there, or was it just like the photography people?
I think the photographers and that there. I just remember them coming, everything sort of being shut off that day, them coming, and that was it. They did that at our golf club.
That is...
At the time, yeah.
Top-notch rock trivia.
Okay,
on the 20th anniversary of them playing at Knebworth House. How about that? Hey, Phil, thanks a lot.
All right, cheers, Graham.
Thank you. Wow.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Here we are. Bob's Breakfast.
Morning, Tracy.
Hi, Graham.
This morning we're talking about tattoos. Show us your tats. What do you got?
Yeah, I have got 3 tattoos.
What of?
I've got a cat on my ankle, a little cat face.
Yeah.
And I've got a fairy on my shoulder.
Yeah. And what's the third one?
Oh, the third one, I don't really want to say.
No, come on.
Oh, God. It's a tattoo on my bum.
And what is it of?
It's 2 little interlinking hearts.
Okay. And why did you get that one?
I had it done with a boyfriend.
Okay. Were you sober?
Many years ago.
Were you sober at the time?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still with that boyfriend?
No.
Oh, do you regret that one?
No, not at all, because it's got no names or anything like that.
Okay. And how does your current fella feel about that one?
I'm not with anyone at the moment, so...
How about that?
But no other ones have minded about that, because they didn't really tell them...
Oh, you didn't tell them the full story? Didn't tell them the full story. All right. So do you regret any of your tattoos?
No, I don't.
Okay, you like them?
Yeah, I do like them, yeah. I do like them, yeah.
Okay, so for you, they are not a tramp stamp?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
They're really small.
Right,
yeah.
I see. Right, I see it. A tramp stamp has to be a big one, does it?
Well, it's got to be in an area, that looks really sort of tarty. And I mean, I know I've got one on my bum, but no one sees that.
Yeah. Yeah, but somebody now and again must see it, yeah. All right.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not like, I see a tramp stamp as when someone is bending over in the 99p shop.
Yes.
And their trousers come down and you see a great big, whatever it is, showing.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened to me.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks for showing us your tats, Tracy.
Take care.
Cheers.
Bob's Breakfast.
What are you scared of? I bet you can't beat this lady in Essex. Her name's Melanie James. She's claustrophobic, agoraphobic, obsessive-compulsive. She's scared of bees, cows, traffic jams and horses, and even travelling more than 50 miles from her home. She missed her best friend's wedding because she was petrified of travelling more than 50 miles away from home. Phobias. What's yours? Sarah?
I do have a strange phobia. It's tall old ladies.
What is it that's so scary about tall old ladies?
It's not right. Old ladies should be tiny. Little old lady, the saying's little old lady. You see a big tall old lady, it just freaks me out. I cannot bear tall old ladies. I get a little shudder when I see somebody. And I have a friend who's quite tall, and I keep saying to her, we can't be friends when you're old because I have a phobia of tall old ladies.
That is horrible.
It's weird. I can't bear tall old ladies.
Did a tall old lady do something to you when you were younger and traumatise you?
Not that I remember, but tall old ladies is not right.
All right, well, thanks for sharing, Sarah. People are buying tattoo yourself kits online. That's not a great idea. So we're talking about tattoos this morning. Darren?
Yeah, I've got tattoos that I've done myself, you know what I mean? But and I regret obviously doing them. Where I went wrong, Graham, is I had girls' names on my arm.
Right.
And then obviously, every girl that I went with after the last one, used to moan that her name weren't on there.
Right.
So now all on my right arm, because obviously I'm left-handed, I've got Claire, I've got Wendy, I've got Julie, I've got Vanessa, and I've got Denise.
Right.
The only name I ain't got on there is Lucy, the woman I ended up marrying. but I ain't got any room left on my arm.
Right. What's the name of the lady you're with right now?
No, I'm single at the moment,
All right,
but I wouldn't mind seeing Tracy that rang earlier on. I wouldn't mind seeing her tats.
Oh, the one she had on her bum, yeah.
Yeah, she's single and all.
Yeah. Oh, well, you never know. It sounds like it could be a match made in heaven. Thank you very much, Darren.
Bob's Breakfast.
Is there a problem with the world's largest aircraft? This week, the Airlander 10 took to the skies above Bedfordshire. Yeah, huge thing. The airship has been nicknamed the Flying Bum because of its bulbous exterior. It uses helium to become airborne and can stay in the air for about 5 days. That's the bit that worries me. It's a balloon, right? Full of gas. Surely, as long as the gas stays inside the balloon, it should be able to stay airborne for as long as it wants, shouldn't it? If it can only stay up for 5 days, it must have a leak. Now, I've heard the noise a balloon makes when it leaks. Does this mean that this airship not only looks like a bum, but it sounds like one as well?
Bob's Breakfast.
Talking about mispronunciation. Mick.
Went to a restaurant with my wife,
Yeah.
and she asked for a quickie. I said it's pronounced quiche.
Bob's Breakfast.
I'm Graham Mack, and I hope you're enjoying the podcast. If you are, make sure you share it on Facebook and Twitter, and you can subscribe at iTunes. You know, when I discovered a 3-inch long crack in my car's windscreen, I was angry at first. And then I realised that crack contained the secrets to eternal life. You see, the crack can't be repaired. I need a new windscreen. It's the latest part that needs replacing on this car, which I've had for about 1.5 years now. And so far, it's had the front resprayed, new door mirrors, the exhaust system replaced, a new boot seal, a window regulator, the bonnet release replaced, the transmission fluid and filter changed once, the engine oil and filter changed twice, the air conditioning system regassed, a new back tyre, a new oxygen sensor, and the engine's been rebuilt. Next month it's due to have 2 catalytic converters and 4 oxygen sensors replaced. By then it'll be due for its next service and it'll need new spark plugs. If I keep replacing parts at this rate, at a certain point the car will consist of more new parts than originals. And if I keep going, eventually I'll be driving a new car. Wouldn't it be great if you could do the same thing with people? Aging is just a series of parts wearing out. The human body's not like a machine. Spare parts are in short supply, and some simply can't be replaced. Imagine if you could download the contents of your mind onto a memory stick. I mean, everything that makes you, you. Every memory, opinion and nuance of your character, every skill you've ever learned, your entire personality. When your body eventually gives up, the essence of who you are could be transferred and live on inside a computer. And if that computer was inside a humanoid robot, you'd be able to live forever. Now that might be a problem because the Earth won't go on forever. And if we keep producing people at the current rate, we'll run out of resources to keep them all alive on the Earth before that happens anyway. Luckily, it seems that the universe does go on forever. And last week, NASA scientists discovered a new Earth-like planet called Proxima b. It's about 25 trillion miles from Earth. Using current technology, it would take around 20 years to get there. That's a long time. But if you lived forever, that's no time at all. And if you were a humanoid robot, you wouldn't need all the comforts of Earth, like food and water and a breathable atmosphere. You'd just need electricity, and you could get that from solar cells or all kinds of renewable sources. In fact, you wouldn't even need a planet that was that Earth-like. Maybe Mars or even the Moon would do. Developing the technology to download the human mind onto a flash drive might be difficult, but it's worth a crack.
Bob's Breakfast.